have only half a brain. I was just a regular kid up until I was 3 years old. But then, one day, I had a seizure. I was only 3 years old, but my very first memory was that ambulance ride to the hospital. After that, I kept having seizure after seizure. It just wouldn't stop. It got so bad that I was having a seizure every 5 minutes. The doctor came in one day and told my mom that what I had was Rasmussen's encephalitis, which is a rare inflammatory neurological disease which affects only one half of the brain. At first, the doctors tried to treat it with just medicine, but it didn't work. The biggest problem was that the seizures were keeping me from falling asleep, so after a certain point, I was very close to not making it after a few days of no sleep. The doctors told my parents that the only way they were going to be able to treat it was to remove the entire right side of my brain. My parents were so worried that I wouldn't make it. But because I was so young and my brain was still growing and developing, they said that my brain was still going to be able to adapt and that the left side was just going to take over the right side's functions. I was so lucky. After the operation, the seizures finally stopped. Today, the only signs that I have of it is that I have limited movement in my right arm and I walk with a limp. Going back to school was tough. It was really hard to focus and it took me longer than anyone else to learn how to read and write. It was also tough watching other kids being able to do things like play on the swings or run around and play tag. I was never able to join in. It was really hard on my parents too. I had a lot of mood swings growing up. I'd even throw stuff at them, like scissors and forks. It was just that whenever I was angry, I would have no self-control. When they asked for the doctor's advice, the doctor said that my prefrontal cortex was still damaged by the brain operation I had as a 3-year-old. I'm so lucky that my parents made that decision though, because I would never know if I would have even made it here today if they had waited any longer. I count my blessings every single day and I am a very positive person no matter what. I'm 28 years old now and I'm married to the love of my life. In my spare time, I would play the violin, but I'm not very good at it. I really wanted to be a nurse and to help others the way that I was helped, but I can't control my right arm, so I was told that I wouldn't be able to be a nurse. I've decided instead to be a part-time cleaner at the local hospital because it was the only way that I could help people. I also volunteer to talk to patients who need someone to talk to. Recently, a girl that used to make fun of me in my school was hospitalized. She always said that I was too dumb to be considered a human, and her comments made me feel really insecure about myself. When she saw me, she said to me very condescendingly, "Oh, Marissa, you're working as a cleaner now. Great." But you know what? That didn't stop me from going into her room to clean it anyway. I know she looks down on me, but it's okay, I don't mind. I still do my very best every single day because it doesn't matter to me what she says. I'm just grateful to be alive. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the doctors that operated on me. And I will do my very best to help them however I can. 200 years ago, people would have thought that my seizures meant that I was possessed or something. So I know I am so lucky, and I don't care what other people think. I just want to say, never forget that any day could be your last day on Earth. You never know what could happen to you, so don't waste your time on negative things. You know, I could spend my days feeling sorry about what I can't do because of my brain damage, but I'd rather spend my time and energy on people that I love who love me back. I may have a simple life, but it's a good life, and that's all that matters to me.